Well,
This sucks.
oh, see, Mom's gonna blame me for that.
What?
Oh, stinks. This stinks. Yes, it's. I don't want to do this right now, but I promised you we would, so we're doing it. Um, Dad has been on Twitter. I know you don't see what I do on there, defending Pope and his team and thinking we're going to be able to turn it around. Um, the UNC loss we were very upset about. We didn't do a show last time because we were in our feelings, and we just weren't prepared to get on here and talk about it. But again, we gotta do the thing. We're fans, so we gotta talk it over, and we will move on. There are more games to play. But what I was saying is I was defending Pope and this team. It's getting really, really difficult to do that. I'll start off. What did you see today? Like, where did the downfall happen?
I just want to question Pope's coaching and how he ran the offense, and that Reno got absolutely destroyed by EK.
Yes, we will. I mean, we're big Malachi Moreno fans. Like, we've talked about how much we like his game. We thought he has, deserved to play over Brandon Garrison. But yeah, today he was getting punked by EK. Everybody was. Unfortunately, Garrison actually played decent at everybody in our front court. He was the best player, which shows you why we lost by 35. You can't. We started off the game defensively not bad. They were missing easy shots at the rim. And you find yourself in a ball game where you go another almost 10 minutes without a field goal. I mean, it was 19-2, and you're hitting the 8-minute mark of gameplay, and finally Zell hits a three right before 10 minutes without a field goal. Back-to-back games where you're just getting destroyed and not being able to I think we'll get there. We'll talk that through. We'll get your opinion there, but you can't struggle that way offensively against Gonzaga, and then they just built momentum. And last year we had a team that came back from an 18-point loss, and we definitely knew we didn't have the firepower this year to do that. You were yelling at the TV about trying to get to the rim. Make layups, and their size was definitely a problem. But my issue was in the first half, like Denzel Aberdeen, Otega Owe, even Colin Chandler, they're trying to get to the rim. There was some ball movement. It was slow. They were trying to get downhill, but Zell was the worst one, where it was, instead of trying to finish at the rim to get a contested layup, or get a foul, it was a floater, right? It was some weird contested floater that it's just not what he has shown he can do. He's shown he can do well around the rim, get crafty, try to take contact, and everybody on this team today was shying away from contact. They did not want any of the smoke that Gonzaga was bringing. Where do you think this team can figure it out offensively? Like, what do we do? I need your help. I'm at a loss.
Saying I don't really know. Maybe use these games as a wake up call. We've been thinking that about the UNC game that we lost by a bunch. That didn't happen. And yeah, probably just get our brains and actually do what we think is right, instead of trying to just be all crazy and stuff and just shoot it. And also, there was at least like 7 fouls that the refs missed. But I don't think that would do anything. So, I mean, but.
Yeah, we definitely didn't lose the game because of you can put it back in. Refs miscalled, but yeah, we got to figure it out somehow offensively. We've been hoping that we were just got to get healthy. Like having Mo D back there would have helped defensively. I don't know that he stops EK, but maybe he can help there. And we didn't talk about Yelovich. Yelovich looked really good against Caleb Wilson, and just Huff and EK just dominated him. And yes, EK's more experienced, he's stronger, but I'm hard pressed to sit there and say that Brandon Huff is a better basketball player than Caleb Wilson. He's got a different skill set, but should not dominate us in the paint like that. After we were able to really slow Caleb Wilson down, and at least play strong. We played scared and weak and timid, and that's not what can happen when you can't score the basketball. You at least better show up and fight. And there was zero fight from this team. And you see, and I think what's super frustrating is you see it in spurts. Like you see Otega Owe get a steal and yam it. You see Colin Chandler, get into a passing lane and a contested dunk. You see the team in spurts go on these scoring drives, and it looks good, and then just falls apart again. Jasper Johnson has to figure it out, be a consistent scorer, and then not get lost defensively on this team. He's going to get a bunch of minutes. Like, that's just what it is, because J-Lo can't be the only point guard on the team. When it comes to folks like our supplemental players like Yelovich, we talked about him. He was lost defensively, and he just couldn't get it going offensively either. He was lost defensively, couldn't get it figured out offensively. And then Cam Williams, like these guys who are the role players have to also now step up. Like there's a lot more on their shoulders, and I just don't know if they can. If the weight seems to be too much for them. We aren't a Jaden Quaintance away from actually being a good basketball team. Is unfortunate. He helps a lot, but I don't think he is someone who comes into the game and all of a sudden we start winning ball games. Let's see what this says here. It's time for Cal to go, but at least you would never question his guy's effort. Other than very few games, he always has boys fired up. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree there. It was different. Like the players were different, the style of play was different. You saw it like the Arkansas and Louisville game. Like there's things that Cal was able to figure out that. And that really is talent, right? That was the thing. It was inexperience, but he had talent to where if the offense was clicking something, there was always a guy who could just go get you a bucket. And I think we have those dudes on this team. It's just, I guess we're gonna. I thought we had those guys on the team, right? Like we thought Zell was a guy. Mm-hmm. Thought Otega was like these guys. Dudes just aren't able to figure it out. Who's somebody that you think really has to like elevate their game, go to the next level if we want to start just being competitive in these basketball games?
Jasper Johnson, Otega Owe. I mean, he showed a little bit here, but in this game, but it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah, we saw a little bit better play from him in North Carolina. He seemed to have transformed, right? He was like back to Tagatron. And then we saw a little bit in the second half of this game. He doesn't seem like he's got the mindset to want to take over a basketball game, does he? Like we saw that last year. We saw him like Oklahoma twice, other basketball games where he just like, hey, give me the rock. I'm going to take over this game. Have you seen that from him this season? Have you even like gotten a glimpse of that?
No.
And he was the guy we were so excited about coming back to his team, right? He was the All SEC player. So Jasper Johnson, give me one more. Who's another guy you think really has to step up and play? You gave me Otego away, but so
Are we talking about this game or
just in the future?
I don't really know. I think we're doing pretty good, but
You think we're doing pretty good?
oh, I meant like
we look like booty cheeks. We look terrible. I mean, there's no good behind it. I can't even like Kentucky fans are losing it right now, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit because I mean, you saw this. Answer this question. What do you think? You're not emotional. I want this to work out so bad because I like Pope. Like I really, I'm not.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
But step up. Well, we really do need him to step up.
So maybe that's the answer. Like the players, yes, we all need them all to step up. We need the coach and the staff. They're the one that needs to elevate this team, figure out a way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. And be like, give them energy. Like, not if they want to get out, take them out. Be like Cal, how if they want to get out, no, stay in.
Yeah, run the tread off the tires, right? Yeah. There's a lot of times where they flash to Pope in these very, very not good times where we're going on these scoring droughts or a bad play, and you see him and I understand what he's doing, right? It's next play mentality. He'll say that. He's like, all right, clap it, next play. But man, there is a point in time where, and supposedly it happened last year in the Ole Miss game, and it happened, I think, a little bit after the Michigan State game when they were delayed going to the post-game press conference. But there's a time where you need to yoke somebody up, right? And maybe not physically put your hands on them, but get dang close and yoke somebody up and be like, hey, like in the team, this is not acceptable. And I don't know who the person is to do that to Pope, but also I think somebody, and I think honestly it's the fan base. Like we are virtually putting our hands out there on Pope and shaking him and saying, you got to figure this out. We got another long question here. What's this say? Rando, do you think it's a talent issue? I feel like it's more disjointed locker room than a talent problem. I feel like, yeah. So Mike, I don't buy into the whole locker room discombobulated. They don't enjoy each other narrative. Like I posted about it. The La Jolla game, I think it was. I mean, every shot they were taking it rough, like everybody. You saw the whole team rejoice when Horn hit that three and Tao hit a free throw, like to be for their first buckets ever. Like you hit the light, buddy. They have shown on the sideline, similar to other teams, last year's team, where like even this game. Like go back and watch this game. We're getting blown up by 30, and you're seeing dudes at the end of the bench. Every three that goes up, like they're standing up, hoping and praying that something positive will happen. I do think this is a roster construction talent issue. I think they went out and while we had good shooters and we had things that fit Pope since last year, we were pushed around too often, and we weren't super athletic.
Yes. Really.
But then we went far to the other side, and we got pretty athletic. But now clearly, I thought we had shooters, and like Colin Chandler can shoot. Aberdeen showed that he can shoot. It's just not consistent. Our most consistent shooter are Colin Chandler and Trent Noah, and Trent Noah plays too timid to just go out there and chuck them up and feel confident enough to put up, 7-8 a game. And that's probably where he needs to be. But is he going to get that much time? Do teammates have that much faith in him to get him the ball in those spots when he relocates, for a little dribble drive? Or it's just there was ball movement. It looked better. It seemed lost. It seemed unintentional. And a lot of people, all five players on that court, oftentimes it was five people looking for somebody else to do something. So I do think this was a talent issue, a misevaluation. When you have you think you have talent, like you think you have folks who can do this thing, right? And then you realize they can't do that thing. And then Pope isn't able to figure out how to make adjustments, right? So I think that's where we're at. And Pope said himself, I think he's just discombobulated or whatever words he used a couple of weeks ago to talk about where the state of this team was, him trying to figure it out. He clearly still hasn't. And J-Lo got back today, so we had a point guard. He didn't fix everything, but again, it's his first game in a long time, so we'll see. Your only hope is that when Pope painted this picture for this team this year, he saw it all together with JQ and Mo Diabata and J-Lo and then everybody else who has been playing, and that it finally comes together. Now, that being said, you can't be one-dimensional, and that's what we're on right now. If that's the case, if it actually looks the right way and we start winning games with everybody healthy, awesome. But throughout the entirety of a season, you think everybody's going to stay healthy?
I have no idea.
No, it's like we saw it last year. Like we had so many injuries, and that's been, unfortunately Kentucky's luck for forever and ever. Amen. Even back in Cal's days, we had a great roster, but folks couldn't stay healthy. But you got to be able to have depth. You got to be able to adjust. And right now, we thought we had depth. We don't. We thought we had a coach who was smart, offensive-minded guy to adjust, and he's not, right? I mean, did any part of that offense in the first half look fun?
No, not at all. No.
It was just bad. It was bad.
And about
Lost.
you saying that we were just chucking up threes. Pass, drive, and Aberdeen. He was brought here to be an in the paint guy and a shooter. Yeah, like driving guy and shoot it up and be smart about it. But I don't know if that was shown today.
It certainly wasn't. Like that little floater game, it ain't it for him. No, like put your head down, get to the rim. How do you make layups? What makes layups?
Eyes.
Eyes make layups, right? Get down to the rim, get your eyes on the hoop. Eyes make layups, contested, play through contact. The pieces we saw work for Pope last year, they're not working this year. Okay, Yelovich started making progress in the Andrew Carr role from last year. It's not. It didn't work this game, and he's not fully there yet. We thought, we would see some elevation from Noah. To be able to be that outside shooter, not fully Kobe Bryant role, but to be a respectable shooter that people had to, to spread out the floor. We thought Ortega was going to be Ortega. And, we really thought Brandon Garrison was going to take a big jump, and he hasn't. Like I said, when there were times Brandon Garrison was the best player on the field or on the court.
You can tell it was bad. You can.
Yeah, you can tell it's not great. Well, when that's the case, we'll see. JQ warmed up today. Thought maybe he would play. He did not, but at least he was dressed, and maybe he'll get on the court here soon. We have Indiana and St. John's. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got North Carolina Central. So we got a cupcake on Tuesday. Hopefully JQ plays then, because that means he'll have some time and be ready for Indiana and St. John's. Then we have one more cupcake in Bellarmine before we get into conference play. And I think we start conference play with Alabama. Yeah, we do. Start conference play with Alabama. So it ain't getting easier. And we might be in full on. Well, we're already in panic mode. I've gone from concern to panic. How do you feel? Like after watching this game, do you have confidence Pope and this team figures it out? I need you to be like young, naive brain, be like, yes, we still have a chance. But if you don't feel that way, it's okay to say so.
I don't really know. I don't think Sadly,
Oh no.
this is not looking great. We might be able to figure it out. It might pull a miracle. But
All right. Well, I think we got a chance to figure it out. Like I said, I think if this team can get healthy and all the pieces fall into play, and we get a glimpse of what we saw against Purdue. And I know it was early in the season, Purdue didn't prepare or whatever. Maybe we can get there. But again, the season isn't going to go perfect from now on. We're going to have another injury probably. There's going to be some wear and tear throughout a season. And as we stand right now, we would miss the tournament. I know we still have 74% left of the season left. But we better win some ball games if we want to be serious about just getting into the dance. Man, this was not how this season was supposed to go.
And I kind of hate that our team was horrible and Brandon Garrison was so good compared to them. And I hate that Moreno just said good night.
He sleptwalk. He sleptwalk this game. You could see the size and experience, and just he went internal. Like he was in an internal struggle in this game very early on when EK smacked him in the mouth, and EK did it to a lot of the team. And man, I tell you who I hate, and he deserved to talk his junk. He deserved it because he played well. But watching the TV copy and watching EK waving to the fans, he was waving to the fans goodbye at the first time out at like the under 8 minute time, and he was talking and chirping the whole time and flexing. And
he was mad at a camera.
Yeah, he pushed the camera away. Oh my goodness, and he deserved it because they punked us. But watching that was like, if I'm getting angry like at that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, right? Like, why aren't we seeing that from these Wildcats, man? Like, I'd have loved to just see, like, talk about Brandon Garrison be the best player. Like, he was getting in fights last year with dudes from Oklahoma. Like, do the same thing to punk this kid, man. Like, dude, show me something, and we got none of that. I'm not condoning violence. But dang, do something, man. Like, show some fight.
Turn to the new Draymond Green.
Yeah, right. Oh man, Draymond Green stinks. But yeah, right. Do something. Get teed up. Get something. Same for Pope. Like, get fired up, dude. Like, this whole.
That's also another problem. He don't get mad at the refs.
Yeah.
99% of the time.
Yeah, Cal was always good for a technical, something at least. If 100%, that game would have happened like today, Cal would have got teed up and got thrown out just to hope it fired up the team. Like that's a play that he would have done. And we really need come on, boys. There's still time to change the narrative. Right now, it's an embarrassing season, and there's not a lot of hope in Pope. There's not a lot of faith in the team. And only the boys in the locker room can turn it around. So I think after this game, getting smacked in the mouth, like, this team just got beat. Gonzaga got beat by 40 against Michigan. And they came back and smacked us by 35. So you can, if you want to, reach down in your gut, right? Look yourself in the mirror, collectively come together in the locker room. Probably need to say some choice words to each other, air out some feelings, right? Tell somebody that you don't appreciate them. Tell a coach you don't appreciate them. Coach can tell a player they need to step up. They're getting paid. Like, have a closed-door conversation. Throw some things. Holler at some folks. Shed some tears if you got to, whatever. And then come back out. And we got Indiana here in a couple of days. And smack them in the mouth by 35, right? We saw that happen to us. So let's go do it to somebody else. We're going to find out what this team has after today's game. I thought it was going to be UNC. And this game that we were going to see a shift, but we have reached the end of the line. It's going to happen against Indiana, and St. John's, and we're going to go into conference play with a little bit of confidence we can turn it around, or we're going to show up and play Alabama and already know that this is a failed season, and really then from there we're just hoping and praying, right? And I don't want to get to hoping and praying. I want to get to like, this is the game plan. This is what it looks like moving forward.
We need Pope to watch this. We need him to watch this. We need him to watch this.
Watch this, Pope. We need you to watch this. We'll educate you. Give me a call. Hit up, shoot me a message and be like, hey, come talk to the boys. I'll talk to the boys. I did that again for the North Dakota basketball team. Got them fired up. They got the NCAA tournament. Lost to Duke and Zion Williamson, but, it's all right. That's a true story. You don't really remember before I go to you. You were young. It was cold. All right. Well, at least you got Kentucky volleyball. They're doing well in the tournament.
We don't watch it much, but
we watched it. We watched it with me and Papa for Thanksgiving. Remember, we watched it win that game against Texas. Come on, telling stories. And you guys, at least you have something tomorrow. What do you got tomorrow?
Georgia football.
Yeah, at least you got Georgia football. This stinks.
But it's against Alabama.
Yeah, I think you get a win. But even whatever. I would love. That's right. Dad's got some excitement with Kentucky football, I guess. It's dying time. We're just too far away from the actual season. But, all right, that's enough. This stinks. Or sucks, as you say. I'm telling Mom. All right, y'all. Appreciate you watching. Let's see. How many people you think we got watching right now? Throw out a number.
1,488. Wait, no. 1,498.
1,498? Let's see.
Why not?
485.
Oh.
Close.
Only 1,000 away.
Only 1,000 off. All right, boy. Let's go do something other than what did it say? Feed the studs. That's Stein's what he says. Feed the studs means get you guys the best players. I would say Pope needs to adopt that mindset. I just don't know who the stud is. It's JQ probably sitting on the bench, but unfortunately he's just not. We ain't, like I said, we said earlier, we are not one JQ away from actually figuring this thing out. It's going to take a lot more than that, and we just got to hope it can happen. But we're rambling now. Let's see what it looks like against North Carolina Central. JQ get back on the court, that at least get the fan base excited. I don't think it's going to turn up everything around, but at least seeing JQ out there will get the fan base excited. There's a lot of speculation out there that we're getting Shaden Sharp again, and I don't think that to be true. I don't think this kid's not going to play. You listen to him talk, Jaden Quaintance, I do not think is built that way. He wants to get out there and play ball. He's going to play. And when he's out there, he is an absolute freak. So, lights are out. Let's just end this thing. Go Cats. Pope. Figure it out, dude. Watch this. Talk to the boys. Ortega. Bro. SEC Player of the Year. Let me see it. You want to get drafted next year? You got it, dude. Ortega, you're a freaking monster. Optimus Prime this thing. Transform. Zell. Be a national champion. Who else? Malachi Moreno, step up. Kentucky basketball, come on, man. Don't let EK punk you anymore. You yell at somebody. Jasper Johnson, man, you stink. All right. Go Cats.
EK